Hi there, I'm John, a trainer and senior project manager for Kttp. Let me take a moment and talk to you about digital marketing, selling stuff online, specifically search engine optimization, or otherwise known as SEO. As we know, purchasing trends are moving rapidly to an online platform. So if you're selling goods, services, or information, having an online digital presence is a must. Whether it's business to business or business to consumer, the trend is very clear. Now, what's not so clear is how to navigate the complex world of digital marketing. That's where Kttp breaks it all down so you can succeed in this competitive and complicated environment. So let's get started. The first thing we need to understand are some basic facts as to how a search engine determines your organic or natural ranking. Let's look at Google's ranking system, for example. It's determined by a set of algorithms that are triggered when a sizable number of predetermined conditions are met. When that occurs, Google will reward the website by promoting it to a higher ranking position on its search page. Simple, right? Now, why do they do this? Google has decided by using this algorithmic criteria, the users or potential customers will have the best experience possible in satisfying their search needs. If that's not the case, Google fears users might venture off to other search engines for better results. It's basically Google's business model in retaining clients and dominance in the industry. The second thing we need to understand is some not so simple terms, such as video content, dwell time, long tail and short tail keywords, focused written content, mashup content, raw URL text, rich snippets, split testing, and many more. Let's touch on just a few key points, beginning with video content. Video is extremely powerful and a significant contributor in your ranking on Google's search engine, or any search engine for that matter, for both on-page, your site, and off-page, being someone else's site with links to your site. So we'll produce analytically correct videos, including keywords which trigger the algorithm, resulting in a higher SEO ranking, with a potential number of links from reputable domains advertising you and providing the possibility of going viral. The result is achieved by two possible types of videos. They're referred to as cinematic and explainer videos. Cinematic videos possess a uniqueness, having viral potential and a noticeable quality effect in the algorithm for higher search ranking. Explainer videos satisfy the algorithm's content needs with keywords and content optimization, enabling your site to rank higher than your competitors. Our team will determine which style best suits your needs for the optimal results we seek. Fresh weekly video content with slight variations and modifications will contribute to your site reaching its true ranking potential, meaning each week or two, we will make slight changes to that video content, prompting the algorithm to recognize that video as new material, thereby reevaluating to a higher search ranking. Analytically and algorithmically targeted videos that focused on your audience's trigger points are uploaded on various social media platforms, providing a wider range of exposure, resulting in a higher rate of clicks. Now, let's explore dwell time. Dwell time is very simply the length of time a user spends on your landing page before returning to the search engine results page, otherwise known as SERP. If a user never returns to the search engine page, then that will also trigger the algorithm to think that your site was satisfactory for the user's needs, hence upping your rating status. It is also well documented that with all algorithmic points addressed on a website, it could still lack its potential ranking based on inadequate dwell time. Let me explain. We've all heard of the 5-second rule. Well, on the web, it's the 10-second rule, meaning, according to studied reports, the average user's attention span on a website, if not stimulated, is 10 seconds, at which point they will exit the page. How do we prevent this from happening? One technique is video content. With our unique video style, time perception changes to our benefit. Ever watch a movie and before you know it, 2 hours has passed? That's the power of video content. And as we know, that power becomes the power of dwell time. Another influential way is written content. As we know, a captive client is an entertained client. By satisfying the searcher's intent, we captivate their attention, thus increasing our dwell ranking. There are a number of other techniques we employ to trigger the dwell time algorithm in our favor: formatting, navigation, interlinking. So remember, it's never just one technique or method, but a synergy of quality, quantity, and trigger points, incorporating all elements to advance your standing in an organic search result. Which now brings us to our next optimization technique: focus written content. Also, very critical for positive result ranking. As I'm sure you've gathered throughout this video and probably know offhand, content is a critical element to a site's ranking with Google and any other search engine. By providing interesting, longer, and well-written content on a subject matter, it can truly be an asset to one's business and ability to attract commerce to your site. Informing the user and enhancing their knowledge is seen favorably by the analytics for ranking, with additional benefits of building authority and influence for your site, increasing your site's predominance in your industry and thus on the net. By providing a higher degree of knowledge in your field, this will also increase the potential for links to your site, elevating your status within the industry once again. Optimizing traffic to your site with well-written content will engage true traffic, which results in a higher conversion rate. And as we know, it's a quality client that provides your revenue stream as opposed to a volume of sightseers. We'll also analyze your objectives. Whether the client base you're seeking is a researcher, a comparison shopper, a direct purchaser, or seeking support buyer, we will also review your content and ensure it meets your specific goals and needs. Your content will be scrutinized and modified to reflect not only factual, informative, and editorial writing, but also include an element of persuasion, prompting a call to action, resulting in a positive outcome for your business. Content writing also enlists redirect clicks to surveys, newsletters, social media pages, other video content, even an e-commerce purchasing page, to fully satisfy the user's experience, thus ensuring a seamless transition to our end goal, which is a sale. As well, within the written content, we must ensure that our keyword and phrases are embedded to trigger the Google algorithm, which results in our site ranking higher. This now brings us to keywords. Keywords are broken down into two primary categories: long tail and short tail keywords, also known as keyword and key phrases. So short tail keywords are a description of a product or service in 3 words or less. So as you can imagine, this would create a massive amount of results in a search query, since limited wording would be too generalized for proper interpretation of a specific product or service. Example, the word soundproof. It could represent panels, windows, foam, multiple items. That said, certain techniques can be utilized to maximize short tail words to create a large volume of favorable results, which I'll explain momentarily. Our next category is long tail keywords. These are words that, you guessed it, are longer than 3 words. They are more specific in pinpointing the user's intent. These clients will be our highest conversion rate, the individuals we want to cater to by enabling ease of purchasing, delivery, and communication. Example, bottled Perrier sparkling water. This is our main objective and focal point, having your product well known and recognized in a specific search query. The main facet is the association of keywords to your site. As mentioned previously in the content section, search engines determine the content relevance of your site based on the searcher's keywords, thus providing a ranking for that user's interpreted needs, thus creating the importance of a correlation between the user's keywords and your content, which elicits the search results and ranking. The best technique to drive traffic to your site is to optimize your content around research and data-driven words and phrases that describes, depicts, and clarifies the user's search words that corresponds with your content. If not done correctly, the results will be detrimental and negative to your search ranking, creating misdirection to your site, resulting in no organic growth, benefits, no leads, or worse, no sales. As well, the algorithm demotes such activity in ranking, so that this must be avoided at all costs. So how do we avoid this? Well, we access millions of keyword data points on an algorithmic scale based on current content, revised content, and competitors' content to determine the appropriate words and phrases for your business for both long and short tail. Then we test those words and phrases for search engine optimization, thus ensuring the highest ranking for natural organic results. I know it sounds complicated, and it is. This part is one of the most important elements of directing organic traffic to your site. Consider keywords being a roadmap to your destination. You know where you want to be, but no idea how to get there. The data point algorithm is your map. These are just some of the major components of an SEO plan. They are critical for top search engine ranking. Although they are critical fundamental components, they are still just cogs in a Ferris wheel for a successful top ranking online marketing strategy. As you can see, there are numerous algorithmic trigger points that direct Google Analytics to recognize one site over another, making it very clear. If you are not competitive in this field and the trigger points are not prompted, then Google will shelve your site, resulting in no ranking on any Google search page, making a successful online campaign impossible. You can truly envision the internet as being similar to a company represented by a grain of sand in the desert, with the objective of just being noticed. How do they do that? That is done by building an oasis around that grain of sand, enabling it to stand out from the others. And that success will lead to better sales, better revenue, and a better life. At this point, you might be thinking, how can I navigate my way through this maze? It's akin to a foreign language. And you'd be right. That's where Kttp makes it simple. By not only translating the language of the internet, we will also be your tour guide. Thanks for listening.